Welcome back to the Jaron LEGRAIR Studio YouTube channel, where we encourage boldness, creativity, and awareness of the voice. If you are new to this channel, welcome, and if you're old, welcome back. In this video, I want to tell you how it's okay to squall and growl. Now, before I get too far into this video, just be mindful and be aware not to overdo it with these vocal embellishments, okay? Vocal squalls and growls can make any ordinary type of song sound big, magnificent, spirit-filled. Now, both of these embellishments are essentially caused by an obstruction of the airway, which makes the voice sound distorted to the ear. But there's a distinct difference between a squall and a growl. So let's talk about it a little bit. A squall happens when you tighten or restrict the vocal tract, namely the false vocal folds or the vestibular folds. These false vocal folds can move horizontally in the throat and cause a constriction of the vocal tract, which will make the voice sound tight, if you will. The main purpose of the false vocal folds is to help protect the airway and to stabilize your body when you're lifting or pushing something. These false vocal folds can move voluntarily under your control, so to help you gauge how much squall you want to put in your voice. Now, a growl is similar in execution, though it has a little more layers to it than a squall. The same constriction pretty much happens during a growl as in a squall, but there's more air usage in the growl, and the tongue is typically farther back in the throat.
Can't no wave, hold my body down. Can't no wave, hold my body down. When the fire trumpet sound, I'll get up out of the ground. Can't no wave, hold my body down.
So because more air leaves the body during a growl than a squall, the constriction is less in a growl than in a squall. In my opinion, these vocal distortions are not a problem. I just think that people overuse and overthink these embellishments. Many singers and speakers try way too hard to make these things happen. I think that part of the problem is that people constrict their vocal tracts too tightly and too often. I think people can do these things artistically, but knowing your body, your voice, your technique, and your limits is key to doing these things successfully. If you are particularly tired, vocally or physically on a given day, don't overdo it and don't growl or squall. Don't plow through to make yourself more tired physically and vocally. Do what you can in the moment. I think that a main problem that people have with doing these vocal embellishments is that they push way too much air. There's already enough obstruction going on in the vocal tract. You don't need to push too much air on it. At the end of the day, everybody's voice is different. So some people can squall and growl for hours and hours and hours, but if some people think about a growl, their voice is shot for 3 days. This goes right back to knowing your body, your voice, your technique, and your limits. And it's also about what you want to do artistically with your voice. If you don't need to squall or growl to get your point across, don't do it. Simple as that. Don't feel pressure to doing something you don't want to do if that's not who you are. Just be who you are. Be the artist you were created to be. As long as you can do these distortions intentionally and within reason, I don't see a problem in doing them. These embellishments are super fun for the listener and can give your song or speech a whole different energy than it had before. Look, I personally love it, and I do it from time to time, but I know my voice, and I know that if I do it too hard or too long, I'm not gonna have a voice the next day. So what I have to do, because I get so excited singing gospel music, I have to control my body, control my technique to where I don't constrict the vocal folds super hard, and I do it just enough to get a little grit in it, but not too harsh to where I'm hurting myself. Again, these embellishments should be done intentionally and within reason. If these distortions are not controllable and you continue to do them when you don't want to do them, there may be an underlying issue that you may need to get checked out. Do you like a good squall and growl in your singing, or do you like to hear other people do it? Tell me your favorite artist who has a good squall or growl in their voice in the comments below. Now before we go, don't forget to click subscribe down below and click the alert button so you know when the next video is posted. Be vocally bold, be vocally creative, and be vocally aware, but most of all, be vocally you. Until next time.